G'day viewer or viewers, whichever it may be. Today's exciting job is engine mounts on the VY Ecotec V6. So if you've done your research, the driver's side is not too bad, but the passenger side, the bottom nut, is very hard to get to. So there's two ways to go about it. To get that bottom nut undone, some people will undo the aircon compressor. It's only 3 bolts, and you just sort of move it a bit and get it out of the way, and then you undo the actual whole bracket from the side of the engine. This bloody thing keeps going in the screensaver mode. It's a bit like me, I go into screensaver mode too. I'm going to try not to do that. I am going to try and bend a perfectly good 15mm spanner and see if I can get it to fit in there so I can undo it. So I'm going to go and do that now, and I'm not going to show you because there might be a few flames and shit like that. But yeah, I'm going to heat it up and try and bend it in the vise. So I'll think we'll come back when I've actually done that, and I'll show you what I ended up with. So it's either going to look right or it's going to look like something that a steamroller ran over. So we'll see. We'll be back soon. Okay, for those of you who are regular viewers, you'll be quite used to the next statement I'm about to make. My little experiment, I can't find it at the moment. I think I got the shits and through it. Look, I bent a spanner, 15mm, and it did fit on the nut, but you just can't turn it. You can't undo it. So I'll show you what I've done. I've actually unbolted the air conditioning compressor. I've had to go that way. 3 bolts, 2 at the front, 1 at the side. You've got to unplug. Well, I had to unplug the crank angle sensor and of course the compressor. So now I've got room, and I've just loosened the 3 5/8 bolts, because these are American engines. They're imperial sizes. Even 15mm is not really right for those bolts. It's probably more 9/16, but I'll take you out. I won't even turn the camera off. That's how professional I am. We'll go out and I'll show you. I should have a light somewhere out there. Okay. So I'll try and show you from here first. That is the air conditioning compressor, you can see. So it's only got the lines on the back, no wires. So I've pulled it right out of the road. Now these, what I'm going to try and show you, but it's very hard and I can't see what I'm filming, so I hope you can see there's 3 bolts holding that bracket. I've loosened them. So now I've got to get underneath and loosen the 2 at the bottom and jack the car up and take the weight off the engine mount, and I'll see how much success I've had. I've got a trolley jack here, and I'm going to get a block of wood, put under the sump, and we'll jack it up. So I'll come back when I'm ready. Righto, so 15mm, undo these. So I cracked them earlier because I'm going to try and do that while I was holding the camera, because then the camera could end up next door's yard. So I'm going to do some action filming here. As is always the case with my videos, you can't see a bloody thing. I'm undoing the nuts. Then I'm going to put a block of wood under here. It's all pretty standard stuff, and there's probably heaps better videos that will explain a lot more, but you can actually, if I show you up there, you can see that bolt sticking out. I've loosened them all. I'm going to take the whole bracket out. So we'll just keep going with this. Then I'm going to pause it. Well, you can't pause a bloody GoPro, but we'll come back when I've got the weight off the engine. Alright, they're out. they're nearly out. You can see the compressor there, I've just tilted it up. It's 2 bolts. I don't know if you can see one of the posts there, and the other one, the whole stud came out, it's up further. Anyway, I'll come back when I've got it all set up. Righto, something quick I'm going to show you. I have, as you can see by the block of wood here, taken the weight off this. So I need to get all of these bolts out of here. And like I said, I'll loosen them off. It's just this back one. Mate, I wish there was a better way to get to it. But no, I'm gonna have to go up the top, so you probably won't see much, but I'm gonna undo this top one. Okay, now there's 1 bolt holding this whole thing together, so we'll get that out. I hope I've got enough lift to get this out. I should have. So yeah. That's it. Alright, I'm gonna if I can get this out, it might have to go out through the... Oh mate, what am I talking about? Just lift that up. Of course I have to try and get it out the hardest way, so hang on. I've got to manoeuvre it out past the aircon compressor. It should come out the front here, I hope. No, just doesn't want to comply. All right, that will. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the compressor with one hand. Alright, so I've got it out. Okay. There it is. The engine mount's stuffed. I'll show you. Look at that. So I'm so happy that I took this out. So what I got to do, I'm going to go in the shed and undo that, and I'm going to undo that. I'm going to set the new one up, and then we'll come back. Alright, we're back. The new engine mount is on. I didn't film it. It's pretty straightforward. You cannot, I've just slipped that into these 2 holes. You cannot put the rubber mount on the wrong way, because I just tried. And I even googled it, and I says, how do you put engine mounts on the wrong way? And all it came back with is that you woodsy. So you can't. So I'm going to leave them loose, because I need to get those bolts in the top before I do anything. But you just sort of leave yourself a bit of room here to move this around, which is my expert advice. What do I give out advice? I don't know, I'm going to get sued one day. Alright, so this is not going to plan. I may have to undo these a bit more. No, I can't. I can't actually see what I'm doing, so I think once I get 1 bolt started, I'll be right. But that's not it. So I might be better off. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can see. Oh yeah. Now the engine looks too low because the engine mount is newer. That's going to be a problem. Oh shit. That's going to be a big problem. Because I don't think I can jack it anymore. Okay, no, that's going to be a big problem. Okay, possibly my only solution is to loosen the other side. Once again, I shall return and I'll let you know what happened. Okay, I'll catch up. Oh, I'm a bit buggered. I've never had such a bad time. I've heard about these engine mounts, this passenger one. Anyway, so I loosened the driver side engine mount to get a bit more, and it worked. Could not get these 3 bolts in. Then I figured out there's a heat shield around the starter motor and the bolts on the outside. It was getting caught up on that. So once I did that, they've gone in. So I think I'll tighten these bottom bolts, and then I've got the passenger side to do, but that should be easier. I'm praying that's going to be easier. I don't know. I really don't know. But I want to get all this air conditioning back in, so I'm going to tighten up these 2 bottom ones. And I've probably got this jack a bit too far back. I should have put it further forward. So once I do that, I'm going to let it back down again, reposition the jack. I think I'm going to take the pressure off it anyway, because the wood's actually hitting the cross member and I couldn't lift the engine anymore. So I think I'm going to try that. Anyway, as far as I know, that's the hard one. And I know you're going to ask me, how did I know the engine mounts were buggered? Long answer, I didn't. Short answer, I didn't. I just figured, I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I just figured if I can see red paint on these engine mounts, then they're original. So something that's been in there that long, plus I just looked at the rubber, and watching another bloke on YouTube who's done it, he said look at the gap between your sump and your cross member, and when they've collapsed you won't have hardly any gap. So I thought, good idea just to change them, but holy shit, this passenger one, like I said, just don't worry about bending bloody spanners, mate. I saw that somewhere else and I thought I'd give that a go. Don't worry about that shit. You just got to take off, undo the 3 bolts, unhook everything on your air conditioning compressor, bar the actual coolant lines, that is, and do it that way. So that's one done. I'm going to maneuver this compressor back in the place if I can, because I don't like leaving anything like that. So it has to go up on that stud, so we'll do that. Get that up there. All right, so that's just sitting on the stud. I'm going to go in and have some dinner and think about the stupid things I do, and then I'll come out and finish this. We'll get back into it. Back soon. All right, back again. So I'm just
what I'm doing, hang on, I'll see if I can angle you up. So now I'm working on the compressor because I want to get the compressor back on before I lose the light. It's getting pretty late. Got some wires here. Like I said, I had to unplug the crank angle sensor, the wiring for that, just to get to this nut that I'm putting on now up here. I'll get a light and show you once I've screwed it on, because hang on, I hope you can see better. It's just up there, and the other one, the whole sorry, I can't see what you can see because it's gone in the sleep mode, and that's the bolt for the top. That's the post. It's really, the post shouldn't have come out. See the nut on it? That should have just come out, but it goes right up the top here. Well, I hope you can see. I've got gloves on there, so I can't just touch the screen on my camera and wake it up. So, alright. I can't really see if I've got this lined up, so no, not yet. Can't be too far out. There it is. I'll talk a bit more about those 3 bolts in the engine mount bracket, because even though it was a prick of a job, most of it was caused by me, because there is a heat shield around the starter motor, which I didn't know about, and I'm trying to get the engine mount near the block, put those 3 bolts in, and it wouldn't go. And because I can't see from under here, I felt around and I felt this shield, and it goes through the back bolt for your engine mount. So I had to actually move that out of the way, slide the engine mount behind the heat shield, and then Bob's your uncle, then it went in. So okay, so I've got that top bolt in. I'll try and do them up as far as I can by hand, because I've got one more to put in. What it is, there's 2 posts at the front, and there's one bolt in the side of the air conditioning compressor. Once you take that bolt out of the side of the air conditioning compressor, it allows you to slide this forward. So the side bolt is just to stop it from sliding forward, and these 2 are just studs at the front that it goes on. So I'm going to go up the top and plug the wiring back in and get this other bolt in. I'll keep filming. Alright, it's very it's a bit hard to get to, which is why I unplugged the wire in the first place. So let me see. Oh yeah, I can see it. That's going to be fun. Alright, I've made a decision. It's no good filming this because I'm up the top. It's going to take a bit of mucking around to get this top bolt in. Alright, so all the bolts are tight. I am going to attempt to plug in the crank angle sensor again. I think that's got it. No. Okay. That should have it. Yep, that's got it. Just, you don't want that coming out. And I'll just go up. I'll show you. You might as well come up with me. Hang on. Camera's going to go everywhere for a sec. gonna have to show you once I get it back in. Hang on. Sorry, I can't do it like that. I've got to do it with this hand. Righto. So it's clipped back in. I hope you can see. Let me get this side out again. Maybe you can. That's it. Plug it back in. All I'm going to do now is put the drive belt back on. I'm going to continue. I'll see if I can show you the driver's side. The driver's side, engine is way down here. I get the right spanner, they're the two I really want to get undone. I don't want to be taking another bracket off. But, so, once again, no good filming it because I've got to do a fair bit of mucking around see if I can get the right spanner on there. Otherwise I'll be taking the bracket off again. So I'll come back and I'll let you know. I'm sorry I didn't film that, putting those 3 bolts in the other side, but it's like a two-handed job, and it was so hard, it was so difficult to manipulate that thing around and muck around with it. But like I said, if I knew about that heat shield, I could have done it in half the time. So anyway, it may help you when you go to do it. Actually, God, I'm an idiot. I can give you a better look at this because I'll just pull this spark plug lead off. Hope I remember to put that back on. Put the light there. Can you see the nuts? There's one that's pretty easy. I undid it yesterday, but there's one down the bottom at the back. Look, I should be able to get it, I hope so. On the other side though, you don't have that option because of the way the bracket's made, the engine mount. You don't have that option. You can actually feel the bolt if you get under the car from the inside, but you can't get to it with anything unless someone has made something unbelievable. And please send me a message and let me know what you did. But from everyone that I've seen, they've had to take the whole mount out, the whole bracket. So anyway, I'll come back when I've got those 2 bolts undone. Okay, took me a while. I got the 2 nuts off the driver's side. Now I just want to explain how I did it. So I'm under the car, you get the spanner in, you've got to put your hand over here, up here where the fuel line is, and reach up and over from the outside. And what I was doing was getting my hand up here in the back here, and placing the end of the ring spanner over the nut. But you can only turn it a bit. I have only got an angled ring spanner, which I'll show you. Tomorrow I'm going to go and see if I can buy a dead flat one, because a flat one would have been better. And the shorter, if it's shorter, actually if I find a cheap one I might even just cut it off, because if it was a bit shorter it'd be better. None of me ratchet spanners fitted in there. So I've already taken out those. So what we're going to do now is attempt to jack this engine up, because the problem I had last time, I put this too far back. Hang on, I put this too far back and it was on the cross member, so the more I jacked it up it wasn't doing anything. So here we go. Hang on, I've got to try and get this light to stick on somewhere where we can see. It's supposed to be magnetic, but I'm going to try and jack it. Hopefully you can see it go up. It's moving now. I'm just going to put my hand up there and see if I can wriggle it. Yeah. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang this camera so you can see, and I'm going to jack it up. So what I'm going to try and do, there, it's actually jammed up on me. Ah, okay. Stupid me. I haven't taken the bolts right out. Bloody idiot. That might help. Alright, I'll go and get the spanner. As you probably noticed, this engine mount's buggered too. Like I said before, that's not why I'm changing them. I didn't know, but I always thought that the car felt a bit funny, but really didn't know, because they have a, I'll show you later, that they have a steel thing across the top, so it's not like old engine mounts where the engine can be galloping around in the engine bay. I've seen that on old Holdens. You end up with a mark on the bonnet. Okay, so I've got one out. Sorry, I thought that I'd taken them out. I got that wrapped up in that bloody other side. I forgot I only loosened these. But yeah, it's a bit of a shock, especially the passenger side. It's absolutely rat shit. I bought the ones I'm putting in, they're just a matcher brand, but I've seen a few blokes use them. I can see I'm going to lose that. I've already lost it. It's gone inside. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ah, bugger. You bugger. It's gone. Actually, it can't have gone too far. Oh no, it's right up in there. No, I've lost it. Great. Another thing I've got to look for. Right, up we go. So, just wondering why this is... I remember this bloody engine mount. I had all sorts of drama putting one in before. This one's going to be the same. That's weird. That's weird. That should have just let go. Put it back down again. So it would be really nice if that just dropped out, but I don't think it's gonna. No. That's better. I'm going to try and go up a bit more. Could almost get the back of it out. It's just not enough room. Hang on. You get one bit out and the other side gets stuck. I'm gonna see if I can get this to go any further. No, that's it. Alright, got it. I think. Oh, come on, really? Really? You can't be that desperate. Come on, get out of there. Alright. Actually, this one doesn't look as bad. That's mainly the other one. Actually, this one doesn't look... Oh yeah, it's cracked. Yeah, it's cracked, but it's not as bad as the other one. I'm just going to go and grab the other one because I want to try and get it in. Okay, give me a look at the step. Alright, so the high part of that goes in there. Like I said, you can't put these in the wrong way. Well, I reckon if I put my mind to it, I reckon I could, but you shouldn't. Now, how the F am I going to get that? That's in. I just need a bit more room, eh? That's in. That's in. But I just can't get the top in. So how am I going to do this? Actually, I'm going to have to try and force this engine up. That's the only way I'm going to get it. No. That's it. Alright, that's it. So if I can lift that up, I can't believe I lost that bolt. Actually now, this doesn't want to play ball. I've got that one in. I think I'm going to let it down a bit. I've got actually a bit too much room here. Now I've got it stuck. This is very difficult. So I've got one in, the back one, which may be enough. I'm just going to see if I can get it started. No, I can't reach. I can't reach around for some reason. I did before. And now I can't. Oh. Thank God it's still there. Man, this is so hard. Alright, let's see. I'm going to move the camera. I'm just going to have to see if you can still see. No. It's just not going to work, is it? No. Oh, mate, I undid this bolt, and now for some reason I cannot get my arm around. I must have put my arm up through here. Anyway, it'd be good if I could get the other one. Mate. Unfortunately, it'd be good if I could let it down a bit, but I don't think I've got that front one in. If I let it go, there's no way. Aha. I think I got the back one in. I'm going to jam the socket up under it just for support and try and get one of the bolts in from the top. Just bear with me. Alright, I've got the back one in. This one is almost lined up with the front. For some reason it just does not want to cooperate. Okay. I'm gonna let a bit of weight off and see what happens. Alright, I think that may have helped. Righto, so both the top ones are in, bottom ones are good. All I have to do is try and figure out what happened to that back one. I don't think I'm going to see that again. Hopefully I've got one in the shed. Where is it? Quick of an idea, they actually stick through on the other side, not this side. Alright, so I've got that one. Alright, I'm gonna finish the video here because I've run out of light and it's just about done. I have to like I said, I don't know where that nut went, so I've got to go looking for it with a magnet. I think it's gone inside the cross member here, so I'm going to go and get a magnet, get that out. But it's just about done. All I have to do is tighten these up, and like I said, I'll get one hand. I'll show you with this, because I've only got this spanner. I've got to go up over the top and in this way, and it's very, very slow. If I had a flat one, I could do it, but I don't have a flat one, so. And now, see, I can only turn it a bit at a time, and I don't think you want to sit there and watch this, so like, share and subscribe, as they say. Anyway, I'll do this later. Like, share and subscribe, and not a good way to finish it, but like I said, I've lost one of the nuts, so I can't really finish the job, but that's about it. You get the idea anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go because I've had a gutful. See you later.